gentlemen, and welcome to today's online class. Today, we're going to be looking at how to read the tape rule. So, here we have our tape, and it's calibrated on the inches side, and this other side is in centimeters, in cm. I'm going to show you how to read this and how to understand this. So, basically, in Nigeria, we're concerned about this other side in inches here and not in centimeters. In places like India, they use here mostly, but we're going to be focusing on here today. Alright, so simple. How to read this is first of all, you see it's calibrated from 0 to 60 inches. We also have some other tapes that can go all the way, a double of this up to 120 and so on. But if you already know how to read this, it's very easy for you to know how to read the 120 length, 120 inches tape rule. It's just the same thing. So I have this paper here to help me mark out the important points where I want you to pay attention to. So that's why we have this paper here. So let's start. If you check here, you see that here is covered. It's covered. So this is just to keep this tip from breaking, But if you take this out, you're gonna see that here there's nothing. It's just like this is 0 to around somewhere here. We have this length of mark there, something like this from here to here is like, call this a 0 for instance. What you have from here to here and from here to here, from here to here is the same thing as you would have from here to here. So the only difference is that this will now be our 1, this will now be our 2, and this will now be our 3. But if we were to assume this to be 0, let's say this iron were to be here, so this would have now been our 1, this would have now been our 2, and this would have now been our 3. That's assuming this point here were to be this point here. So what I'm trying to say basically is that whatever is here is the same thing, like what you have here. So let's continue. So now there are 4 stop points I'd like you to note, which is the quarter, the half, the half, and the full one. That, let's say we have a box here and you share this box into 4 places. So this is your first stop, this is your second stop, this is your third stop, and this is your fourth stop, and this whole box make up 1 inch, for example. I'm going to explain that now. Now from here to somewhere here, you have your first stop, which is this first box. From here to here, you have your second stop, which is 2, which is a half of the whole box. From here to here, you have your third stop, which is this, and this. And from here to here, you have your fourth stop, which gives you the full complete box, which is our 1 inch. So now what we're going to do is basically to know the 4 stops, which is the quarter, the half, the 3/4, and then the whole number. So what we're going to do now, I'm going to mark them out here over the tape so you can understand. So let's call this our 0. Now you notice that before you get to a whole number like here, and you have here, you notice there are other smaller lines in between. Now the way we usually read the tape is 0.0.25, 0.5, 0.75, 5 and then 1. So this is a quarter. 0.25 is a quarter. 0.5 is your half. 0.75 is your 3/4, and then you have your 1, which is this whole number here. So now from here to here is your first stop. Remember what I told you about these 4 boxes. So this is your first stop, so you consider this to be a quarter. So this will be your first stop. Then you have your second stop here, which this will now be 0.25. This will be your 0.5. This will be your 0. Let me bring that down here. This here will be your 0. This here will be your 0.25. This here will be your 0.5, and this here will be your 0.75, and this here will be your whole number, which is 1. And the same thing applies to all others. So this here will be your, so in reading you call this a quarter. 0.25 is a quarter. 0.5 is a half. 0.75 is 3/4, and then you have 1. And then if you want to continue reading, this is 1 1/4, 1 1/2, 1 3/4, and then 2, and it goes on like that. 2/4, 2 1/2, 2 3/4, and then 3. Now you may be wondering why we are not counting, considering all these other ones. Now this is it. The idea is that this is an approximation. So this is just the half of this, which is 0.25 divided by 2. So that should give you like 0.025. So it's not, it's negligible. That's why we don't count this. So this, and this, and this, and this, and it continues like that. Those are the important calibrations that we take into that we look out for when we are measuring. So if you have any questions or there's something you don't understand, feel free to leave messages on the group. So I'll see you soon. Thank you very much.